Just waiting for Amber. There she is. Yes. How's everybody doing today?
Hi,
How are
how are
you
you?
doing? Good morning to you.
You're in the future. I love
Yeah,
it.
I am. That is so like very interesting. I'm like, oh, it's 3 o'clock here. I'm like, oh, I gotta keep myself up and awake and doing my
Oh my
hair and
God,
talking on the
you
phone.
you look beautiful, by the way. I was shocked to
So do
see
you
the color
for
of
just
your
rolling
eyes.
out of bed, girl.
Woo! Yeah,
Just
I woke
woke
up
up
like
like this.
this. Not. Oh my God, I'm so thankful that we met. Like, this is so cool.
Yeah, me
And to think,
too.
we're like across the entire, like, first we crossed one ocean and then almost the entire continent. I'm all the way in Hawaii. Like, how many miles apart are we? Like,
A lot.
yeah,
Anybody want to look that up for us?
I know, right? Like
I
thousands
don't
and
know how many
thousands.
miles it is. That's crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
I know that when I travel, I get like 1 mile for, I get 1,000. But again, I live on an island. My geography skills are very poor. My money making skills are high, but my geography skills, like I said,
That's
this
okay.
this is how we give directions. Go to the corner, and when you see the brown cow and the mango tree, take a left, and then you take a right at the chickens.
I still do it in Columbus.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, chickens, maybe not chickens, but
We have so many chickens here. It's ridiculous. Like people come and visit and I find them like taking pictures of our chickens and it's so cute. It's adorable.
oh, I never would have thought Hawaii has a lot of chickens, but yeah,
It's
okay.
crazy. Yeah.
Okay. So, what you drinking?
I have some amazing green tea. So I went to China twice in the last 3 years.
Okay.
Um, I do a lot of importing. I invest. I'm crazy.
That's okay. You're allowed to be. You're on an island. I think almost everything is imported. I'm not
Yeah, it's
sure, but I don't deal in,
yeah. So anyway, I went to China I went to a Canton fair to look at products to import because I do a lot of importing products to Amazon and I sell on Amazon and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah,
Okay.
I am a ridiculous person and I try to just do like everything under the sun and it just fills my days.
Yeah,
So
it's business, baby.
absolutely.
So I was really super attracted to your profile. It's beautiful. If anybody hasn't gone on to Amber's profile, Microblading Success, it's clean. It's really straightforward. It's kind of one of those like go get 'em girl kind of like you need to be doing this. Here's some good stuff. Like
You know
here
why?
you
I'm a
go.
mom and I'm bossy. And I like to, this is my deal. Hi, Amy. I love to tell other people what to do. So I don't have to
Hey,
like look at myself and do the things that I need to do. So like I'm like, F it. I'm gonna make like a career out of this. And
yeah.
I can always see your problem,
That's
always.
why,
It
yeah,
it's
that's why
clear
you
what your
run it,
problem is.
shit, girl. Excuse my language. I cuss a bit. If anybody hasn't already known from my other lives, the F bomb sometimes comes up, so I apologize ahead of time, but it's just real.
I try
um,
my best to never let the F word come out, but I was raised by my dad in a mechanic shop working on cars. I
yep.
can swap a motor, I can change your clutch, I can change your oil, I can also strip parts. And my dad, I was raised by a man, so I have the ability to swear like a sailor. I just do my best not to. But in my natural state,
Yeah, it just flies, and
yeah.
if there's anything we should be right now with everything going on, it should be our natural fucking state. I mean,
So I wanted to introduce you to my audience.
yeah,
I just recently reached 1,000 followers,
I
which
know.
freaking amaze
Congratulations.
balls
Cheers.
because thank you.
Cheers.
I have a bunch of different businesses with different Instagram accounts, and I've done all that follow for follow and just like grabbing a large amount of people. but
Yeah.
I've never just focused on engagement and having an authentic following.
Okay.
And this is the first time that was my goal. And 1,000 amazing engaged followers just feels like I have a billion. Like it is
Yeah.
so
Isn't
like
it great?
I know people's names, like they DM me, like I text
Yeah.
a lot of my audience, like
That's so
randomly.
cool.
Like it's just so
And it's about
nice.
quality,
Oh
right?
my
Quality over
God.
quantity. I believe that.
It's
And
just so insanely cool. And so a bunch of my audience are newbies, like
okay.
just newly certified. So I would love any advice you could give them on starting off. What did you wish that you knew when you were starting off?
Okay. Well, there's a fuck ton, but specifically down to it, I think as like a person that's always like diving into my consciousness and trying to like always be better, like to trust your instinct, like to trust the gut feeling no matter what. And it's there for a reason. And I would say technically and business wise, if you're microblading, I would definitely start with microblading, patterning all of the time, learn your patterns. And then I would say,
okay, so for the record, I don't do permanent makeup. I do tech. I do I'm like business hero support.
okay.
So I don't do any of the service part. So
Yeah.
okay, huge deal. Why do so many women choose to do micro shading, or they do like they don't do microblading? Is it too technical? What's up with that?
No, so they're amazing techniques for different reasons. One of the biggest reasons comes down to aesthetic. Another one that follows in a close first to second is going to be skin type. And I would say from there, it also just kind of trickles down into the artist's personal preference. So if they're formally trained in only blading, that's what they're gonna, offer.
Yeah.
And, until you get advanced training or vice versa. So I started out machine only. I only learned machine for about the first 8 years of my career, and then microblading hit the market and I was blown away. So that goes into my comment of like, learn blading and then go to the machine, because that's one thing I wish that I had done and sort of perfected first, but it wasn't really a thing or known. And business wise, back to like your realm, get your client files organized, figure out a system before you get so busy. I got hit, girl, so bad with an influx, and I was in holy shit mode. Like, how am I going to keep track of everybody? Because they come back and they definitely, get their follow-ups and they get touch up. And you have to know as you're learning what you did before, in 4 weeks you think you're going to remember, you won't remember. Write it down.
Don't we always think we're going to remember? It's like writing things down because we're not going to remember.
We talked about that, writing it down. And I would say that's one of the only things that I write down religiously, because I also, have been trying to perfect my craft for years, and the machine was so unknown. What I was doing with hair strokes was so unknown until microblading sort of hit, and then everything has been sort of spotting off of that, which has been so cool. So shading, comes down to aesthetic, where it's like more of a filled in look here, and some people will do an ombre where it's lighter, or just the hair strokes in the front.
I've seen that. It is gorgeous.
It's really, really good.
Recently,
is that what you have?
No. So I have a decent amount of eyebrows, but I overpluck them. And then I started getting like little bald spots, or here in Hawaii, we call them bolo spots. our little pigeon. We call it bolo spots here. It's our pigeon. We have a secret language, not a secret. We have a language here in Hawaii. It's called pigeon, and it's kind of like lazy tongue. Like if you go to New Orleans and they kind of have like, they cut words short. Well, we do that a lot here in Hawaii. But yeah. So anyway, I would fill it with pencil and it would look ridiculous. I'd end up looking like a clown. And then I wouldn't want to go out because it just looked ridiculous. And I just felt everyone could see my, my pencil.
You'd have to do, and then...
Oh my God. I felt like I had this offensive eyebrow that was like ready to attack people, So I was like, okay, And then I met this wonderful, amazing woman here when I started with my microblading success,
Yeah.
Amy French Waxing. And I helped her clean up her website, and she helped me clean up my brows. It
Yes,
was
that's
like a match.
amazing.
It was like I had no idea how freaking amazing having microblading. So she does just microblading. And so she filled in every little stroke, made my brows perfect. The end tails, I wake up every single day absolutely loving
So there's
my
nothing on them
eyebrows.
right now? You don't have
I
anything
have
on them?
nothing.
Oh, they're beautiful.
I
They
have
look good.
I
I love
just
that shape on
recently
you.
got them, so I have my touch up
Mm-hmm.
to do. But I I I'm speechless, which is
Yeah.
rare.
Yeah.
And it's just like absolutely life changing. Like
I
life
You took
changing.
the words out of my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So life changing sounds pretentious coming from my mouth, but it is.
It's amazeballs. Like how
Confidence,
the
the time.
confidence that I get every day, like just how much more I love my face. Like it's what you know how critical we are. Like, oh my God, there's like 4 lines and it's red around my nose, and oh my God, I have a crooked tooth. Like out of the 20 things, like I have like 2 less now. So I'm down to
Too
18.
late.
So I think I'm good, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely agree.
It's just cool. I
Yeah.
would have never thought. So I have like a loose. I have a stray. She's trying to come out.
Let it live, girl. Let it
I know.
live.
My hair is like down to my butt crack now. I've been growing
It
it for
looks
2 years.
so cute. I wish I could do that. I had to do a huge extension to get kind of bun like that.
But yeah, brows. It just made me fall even deeper in love and have this obsession with the PMU industry because it's just amazing. Like
Yeah.
I never thought it would feel this good just to get a service done. Like
Yeah, it's
kind of silly,
immediate
right?
gratification, you know,
Yeah.
it's just right there. You have to go through a little bit of healing and like maybe a little discomfort, but overall, like it's pretty instantaneous satisfaction. So
I actually had no discomfort and no issues throughout my healing process.
that's
And
awesome.
every day I just love them. You know what I
That's
mean? It was
awesome.
insane. Yeah. So all the things that you ladies do is just needed in this world. Like eyebrows are so freaking important. I made this
They
one,
really are.
I seen this post on Pinterest, right? Like as an adult, I never knew eyebrows would be this important. And it's
Girl,
so
yes.
true.
That's my life.
It's
True.
like, holy crap, you know?
Yeah.
And you guys are literally changing lives, like one appointment at a time. And that sounds so corny and cheesy. And it's freaking true.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to say it as a technician.
Oh, yeah, because you don't want to be an infomercial.
But yeah, like change your life forever. Like, well, you know, make you feel good.
Until they
So
do it, though.
that's fantastic. I found it so fascinating that, you know, once I originally talked to you and you weren't actually a provider, but you were just legit, honestly interested in wanting to be a part of our industry on the business standpoint. And I found that really cool.
Interested is a little is not enough. I'm like obsessed, okay?
Oh.
Obsessed with permanent makeup industry. I'd love to take a course one day. I am not a service provider. That's not who I am. I'm trying to be authentic and sincere as who I am as a person. I don't do that daily customer thing. Like some people are super gifted at that. I'm gifted at sitting at a computer for 16 hours straight and like powering shit out. Like that's my gift. And I love it.
That is a gift, girl.
And so it's like, hey, you guys do the brows and I'm going to show you how to do all the shit that you don't want to do in the back end. Because like that's my job, you know? And it just feels like a match made in heaven, you know?
I think
that
so
changed
too.
My life. My brows are fabulous. Oh, how cute. I'm sorry. Did she say, is that House of Hair Ninja?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What? Tell me the latest Instagram handle that made you laugh. I just had someone that said like, I'm going to think of it. I just had the funniest Instagram handle follow me. And I like died laughing when I was listening to her.
That's awesome. Yeah, think of it. My brain is mush when it comes to a little bit of Instagram. I have become quite obsessed with scrolling.
Love it.
and eating everything. And I'm scrolling and I live alone. So, I mean, a second, like I have a phone call with somebody or I'm just like oh my God, hi, hi, hi. And I just scroll so much. So like some of those names might be a little much to me, but if you
It's
think of
funny.
it, let me know.
So, what are your favorite business tech stuff that you use? Tell me about your tech.
Oh gosh.
What do you use an
Well,
online scheduler?
I use an online scheduler. I use
Awesome.
an app called Pocket Suite, and I started
Oh,
using Pocket Suite in 2015.
wow, I love it. Do you love it?
I do love it. They have grown kind of with me in a way. They're very, very small. And I also started with them small, and then I kind of grew into, they're one of the only apps that allow you to take deposits, which I am a firm believer in deposits. I
Yes.
had wasted entirely too much time showing up for stuff, and a
No show.
deposit not only secures the appointment, that appointment is showing up for you, but that you're going to show up for your client. So your client has
Absolutely.
that security too. It goes both ways. And I find that super important. I did also all of my waivers that I got from my training. They are, in a Word file that I translated or transferred into, I don't know, what do you call it? What do you call it, techie? It's
I love
like
it. I love it.
Adobe, like a reader almost.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so then I got it on my iPad, and I remember it took me 6 months to figure it out because I was starting in a new city and I had nothing. So I had to do everything myself, and I had to figure out how to get away from paper. So I used to carry these like huge freaking crates because I worked at a medical spa and I worked at a tattoo shop, and I would go with these crates full of clients and like pull them out of my car and also take my tote and everything.
Yeah.
And then when I got digital, I had to figure that out. And it's called Adobe Fill and Sign.
Got it. Yeah. No, I love Adobe.
It's a free app, and if you can
Love
figure
it.
out how to get the
How to transfer it all up and get your files in there. Yeah. Upload.
Yeah, and then I save everything to a cloud with everybody's last name, first name, in their own file. And every time they come in, they sign something new, and I file it underneath their name. So when they come in the next year, then I transfer it to the next year's file. You know what I mean? Like it's broken down into like years, into like the alphabet, like A through F, and then broken down even further. So
how many years have you been doing this now?
June will be 12.
Wow, 12 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I don't even believe it sometimes is coming out of my mouth because I don't feel as old as I am, I guess. And I'm like, how is that even possible?
Right? I love it.
So, like I said, it's very interesting to come across you that is, solely dedicated to wanting to help us, because shit, I could have really used you years ago.
Right?
Like when I was starting out, or even at 5 years in, like,
there is so many cool ways for permanent makeup artists to be more efficient with technology and like do more services, more services and do less of that shit. Like you don't need to be spending hours on figuring out all these solutions. They have online schedulers, they have your website, and the website can go to your online scheduler, and then it can take your payments, and you can have email marketing that reminds them and text reminders and all this shit. It's like having an assistant, but not paying one, but investing in technology to keep you efficient. And that's what really excites me. I am an intense technical, like nerd, geeky girl. And so like, I just get excited, like, oh my God, you don't know about this. It's going to like change your life.
I think our whole industry, and even service providers, beauty providers like Josh and Robbie that I saw on here, they do hair, but they're also, solopreneurs out there, doing different services that might need some of those same things. So this is completely, translatable to multiple industries.
It absolutely goes for lash artists, hair artists, just anyone that provides a beauty service in general, And so a lot of my clients, so for my audience, one of their main top questions is, how do I get more customers. And I know that you are literally turning down customers right before the pandemic. You were so busy. So any advice for someone starting off when they have zero traction and they know nothing about how to gain a customer? What's the hustle like in the beginning? What kind of grit is needed?
The grit is free. So tattoo your mama, tattoo your sister, tattoo your sister's mama's, you know, like everybody, just like
your sister's mama's cat.
Your sister's mama is your mama, I guess. Just get ink in the skin, and the more you get ink into the skin, and practicing on some of these synthetic things or fruit even is so important. The more.
What's your favorite fruit to practice on? I see a lot of bananas going down.
So I used to like bananas, but okay. I actually found that if you go too deep in a citrus fruit, so like an orange or like a more like not a smooth surface per se, but like a grapefruit or something that's a little more rough, if you go too far, you'll actually see what is called in our industry a blowout. And so it's really nice to kind of like, it might not be the exact, so you can't be like, oh, this is like skin, but you can kind of start to gauge whenever you go too far, it spreads underneath the fruit's rind. And then you're like, that's nice. Oh shit, that's too much. It's too far. Yeah. So I think citrus is really awesome.
Great. Do you mind if I share that later on my Instagram story?
No, it's totally fine.
Super cool.
Sometimes it's hard to deal with fruit because it's not an actual like face or skin or anything, but you really want to get into the repetition of everything. And then whenever you work on your clients at a deep discount or anybody that will allow you to trust them, stay light with your color and be modest, because if you don't have the confidence, if you use too dark of a color and you're not modest with your pressure and stuff, it could come out. Or, I mean, it could get too dark, and you would rather it be too light and have to go back and try again than have to go backwards. Does that make sense?
That totally makes sense. Sorry, I was just trying to read. I'm like, ooh, question. Like, what is it? Bam. I'm so proud of you. You're such an amazing person. P.S. I still get my guy liner whenever it settles and we're back at work.
Yes, Robbie. I will hook them eyeliners up. Look. Give me it. Yeah, I am ready to tattoo. I was like, oh, I like this break. Now we're almost in a month in. I'm like,
oh my God, I am so afraid of needles. I got my first tattoo when I turned 30 because I just thought that I needed a tattoo before I died. Like, hello, I just need to have one. So I got one on my foot because where else would I put it?
That was my first one.
Yeah. And so I went in with my best friend. It? I got 4 stars. I don't know if I'm that flexible, guys. Okay. You don't need to see that pedicure either. Look away. Look away. Yeah. Thank you for joining our morning yoga session.
It's 3:30 here, mama.
It is the morning time here for me. You don't want to see the bottom half of me. I'm still in my jams. So
that's okay. I got sweats.
I love it too. I love it. I love it. Well, lately, so you know how I mentioned I traded services with Amy French Waxing? Well, she had a super unique situation where she had 2 locations. And so we went on this crazy online scheduler feat trying to figure out which one would work best for 2 locations. We tried, and she's on right now. I see her. So it was hilarious. We went from Style Seat, then we did Square Up, then we did Vagaro, then we did Acuity.
Okay.
We went through the mother load of all of them. We ended up with Vagaro, if I'm not mistaken.
And that allowed you to have
2 locations.
Okay.
Which she has 2 locations. She's amazing. She like has a location here on one island and another location on another island. She does waxing too. So she travels every week. Kind of like you. Remember how you said you traveled all the way back and did your clients?
Can I come guest spot during my birthday in January?
Yes.
That would be real cool.
Oh my God. That would be so freaking cool.
Like I'm tattooing in Hawaii, y'all.
Yeah. Oh my God. Because she has this amazing little office suite too. Her little place is so great.
That's
Um,
awesome. Good for her.
but yeah, so we went through every online scheduler possible, and I was thinking of doing a post and like doing the pros and cons of each one, because I think when you're starting out, you kind of
Absolutely. Like a
like what's
grid
gonna
or
help
like a,
me? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like a little
that would be
thing, like a
so
little chart.
helpful.
Um,
A
my
chart
favorite's
is so cool.
my favorite's acuity, but I really want to add yours.
Okay.
So remind me the name.
Pocket Suite.
Pocket. I'm
Yeah.
gonna write
So
it
it's
down
your
on my sticky tab.
pocket and
Pocket
like
suite.
a room or, a loft is a suite.
But you said it's just an app, right?
It's only an app. So it
Only
is
found on your phone, no desktop version.
correct.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add this to my wall of thought. As you can see, I like to organize
I
my
love it.
thoughts via sticky tabs. Yeah,
I need
it's
to
a
take a little
system.
bit of that from you.
It's
I
a
need
true system. Yeah.
I need that. I don't know
Okay,
why it doesn't make sense in my brain, but I know that I need it. I'm like, I need to take some of that a little bit away from you. Like, I need to do post-its. I
I
don't
love it.
know about the multiple location for Pocket Suite, but I do know that for anyone, even somebody that's doing side jobs like walking dogs and
Oh,
whatever
nice.
side
So
hustle,
it's for many
it's
services.
just
It's
yep.
not specifically for beauty.
Yeah, no, you can put any kind of service that you want to charge in there. It sends them a link. They leave a deposit or leave a card.
That's
And
fabulous.
then you just press a button to charge it whenever it's ready. And,
Can they leave tips as well? They can leave a tip.
yeah,
Fabulous.
yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I've liked them for quite a while. I can't remember their rate off their head, but I know it's competitive.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably $50 or under a month, something like that is most online schedulers.
okay. Gotcha. Yeah. And to start, you can have a free version.
Oh,
And I
that's
think when I
fabulous.
started, it was like $10 a month.
Oh,
Like it was
wow.
really, so it's
That's very
changed since
affordable.
then. And they've added quite a bit where actually I have Sydney that works with me. And then I've had another provider and you can actually see each other's schedule. And you can assign jobs through the app too.
I see Amy on. She's like, oh shit, we're going to go for number 5. No, girl, we're sticking with what we got. We're not switching again. Okay, I'm going to attempt to take a screenshot, and I'm hoping I'm not going to break our connection here. So here we go.
Oh,
Screenshotting.
like shutting it off.
Okay, I did it. Okay.
How is the face though? I always mess those up.
Oh, you look beautiful. We always see you're great. I'll show you first before I post so you can approve.
Oh, I trust you, girl. I trust you.
So what have you been doing to keep busy?
I have been trying really hard to finish a course that I'm working on, which has to do with storytelling and kind of bringing out your own voice and your own truth. Well, that is coming to a head and procrastination is setting in, and I know I need to get it done, but I think there's like a block in there where it's like shit's getting real. So
okay, I want to
try to work on that and be productive.
I have an amazing course that I've been working on that I have a ton of value that I feel is meant to help so many people, and I have the same block. Yesterday, I needed to sit down and do my sales page, and guess what I did? I cleaned my fucking house. I'm
doing
sorry.
everything else I shouldn't.
You know me. Cleaning my house is the last thing I want. I know when I'm self-sabotaging when I clean my oven. Okay, when you're cleaning your microwave and your oven, you are avoiding shit. Okay, you are like. So I had to sit down and I was like, why did you clean your oven, Amber? Like, why? And it came down to me not having, I'm like, am I good enough? Oh my God, like, is this good enough? Will people buy it? And I was like, holy shit, like, am I good enough? And it comes, I mean, all of our shit comes from our past and our childhood and our parents and everything else. And then I'm like, oh, if I don't actually do this, I'll never know. I know I'm good enough. I know this is great. And if nobody buys it, it doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change my value at all.
No,
Right?
and I think the most important thing you have to remember, if there's any other thing that I've learned, is you just have to keep doing it. You have to keep going over and over and over. Just because the first time didn't work, just because nobody answered the first whatever post, or like, you just have to keep talking and keep putting it out there.
The
and
law
you will
of
attract
sales,
who you're supposed
right?
to attract. Like, I definitely believe that.
And that's what it is. But we doubt ourselves and
Yeah.
we're like, okay, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna put it off, I'm gonna procrastinate, I'll do it later. And it's like, no, like, now's the time. You need to face your shit and you need to do it. So I would love some accountability. I need to put up my sales page and I need to get this shit out, because I have a gift, and if I don't use my gift, I feel like I'm doing an injustice to the world, right?
Yeah, that's what
So
I keep hearing. Like, if you don't show up for your people, then you're doing a disservice to them. And I'm like,
I could help so many people, but like, why am I not? It's kind of selfish, right?
You know, it's one of those things, I guess so.
Right now in my head.
It is selfish, I guess, if you think about it, because you're like, oh, what do they think about me? Oh, what do they think about this? Or, you know, and it's all that. And if you finally can get rid of that, whatever, trauma or blockage that was, then you can kind of like emerge out, and then none of it, other stuff's going to matter, because what you're saying and what you believe is just going to come out. So it's, I think it's like anything, though. I think it's practice.
Why haven't you worked on your course?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a lot of unknown, and I think that it's just a story that I told myself in the past that I'm trying to unlearn. I don't know what else it is. Yeah. I've had a supportive family. I have supportive friends. I think sometimes it is very frustrating that it comes down to technical shit that I don't know how to do. That has been holding me back. I've been working on something for a year, and I'm like, because of the technical stuff, is just
it feels so challenging, right? Especially with the tech stuff. It's almost like you have to do 12 steps before you could take one step in the tech, right? Yeah. It's like, oh, you need a mock-up, and then you need a file, then you need a video, then you need editing of the video, and then you need to put it all in one spot just before you can create like one section of your course. And you're like, oh my God, this is like way too much.
It's
right?
a lot. Yeah. And to find a fit, also a counterpart of somebody that can help you, is hard. Yeah. That has been really challenging. So,
hint, no.
I think I might know somebody now. And it really, really has been so difficult. And on top of taking clients, trying to do this extra stuff, and they're like, oh, I'm supposed to headhunt too.
Yeah. No, it's tough. And especially being, a solopreneur, you have to do everything on your own. And how the chuck can you be good at everything? So for me,
you can't. You can do it for so long, but it's not sustainable, and it's not, going to take you up if you feel like you want to level up. If you're good where you is, then good, but you can't do it all by yourself, and I know that. But finding the key players is also important and hard, and it's always a wax and wane with any relationship, honestly.
Well, the tech that I've been using is Podia.com. They're a new company in the last couple of years. Absolutely love them. Very drag and drop, easy digital download.
Yeah, Podia.
Texting. I know you said you were using Kajabi. Mm-hmm. And I think Kajabi is awesome. But it's expensive and not super user-friendly. And
not for the price that it is not user-friendly at all.
Yeah. And I've used Teachable. I used Thinkific before. I've just tried to like take your money and send you the course, via email. And that sucked because then you do so much work. But I have been loving Podia lately, like absolutely loving it. So if anyone out there is looking to do an online course, they do digital downloads, online courses, webinars, and it's fabulous. Podia, it's less than $50 a month.
I love that.
It's simple and super easy.
A great package.
I'm not an affiliate. I don't get nothing from it. I just really love their service. So I think that,
Oh, you're
uh-oh,
freezing.
Mayday, Mayday,
You're good now.
Mayday. Okay, I think my phone is not charging with this charger that I have. I have two boys and they like to come in and take my charger and leave me with chargers that aren't as effective. So I think we have a couple more minutes before mom's going down here.
Okay, no problem. Mayday, mayday.
Thanks, boys. Thanks a lot. No.
Yeah, so how long have you been trying to connect and build PMU artists? How many? I know you've been
Oh my
doing
God.
business.
I started in November.
Okay.
In the PMU industry, but I have been doing this. I have been coaching and doing tech for the last 15 years. So I've started and sold over a dozen businesses here in Hawaii. I am mortgage and debt free here, under 40. I'm not going to tell you how old I am though, even if you ask me. So don't ask.
Definitely under 40.
And I just have insane skills on how to start a business. Like that's my jam. I love the grit and like, you know how you start a business and all these problems pop up?
Yes.
Like that is what I'm meant to do. Like I love problems and challenges. Like I'm like, yes, give me another challenge. We're gonna get through this. So that's just who I am as a person. And so for me, starting and selling businesses have been amazing. I've coached. Okay. Focus, Amber. You're gonna ramble. I have done so much. So started and sold small businesses. I have sold on Etsy. I have 4 current Etsy shops. I sell on Amazon. Those are all on autopilot, so I don't even do anything with them. I spend about 30 minutes a day with those.
That's so cool.
And so
Good
right
for
now,
you.
I've coached over 100 stay-at-home moms how to start Etsy shops. I've helped 100 moms stay at home and actually provide for their family. Okay, like this one lady, oh my God, I was so happy. She got to leave her full-time job and she made more at home doing Etsy than her husband did.
That's
She
awesome.
got to wear the pants and she got mad respect and she felt so good about herself. Like it was insanely cool.
And you helped her
So,
do that. That's amazing.
oh my God, I love like just, I don't know, that's, my drug of I'm addicted to other people's success. And so after I went through that phase, because I'm also like, I like sparkly objects and I get distracted real easy. Then I was like,
Me too.
and I was like, ooh, what is this microblading stuff? Like, I need to get into this world. Like, I don't know. I was just so attracted to it. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to come in here and just see if there's anything I could provide. Like, it seems like a new industry with a lot of people providing services, but not a lot of like business and technical help, and there's just
It's
so
really
many.
in its infancy, I think. I
How
mean, it's
how
been
long?
around for a long time, but
Yeah,
I think overall, like, it's just been incubating and now it's like,
yeah.
and it's still just kind of in its infancy toddler stage. I think we
I
are like just a very new industry, so to speak.
I love it. It's just I've just been having a ton of fun and meeting a ton of new people and helping people. Is that a kitty?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I can hear you. This is my roommate.
Aw,
She's gonna hate me for a minute. Hi.
adorable. Oh, he's big.
He a big. He a big boy. He's a big boy.
Wow.
This is Sir Catless.
I love it. Adorable.
Okay, bye.
So
Sorry.
sweet. No, I love it. I bring my puppy in, but he's a mess. Well, thank you so much for having me on. I'm afraid I was not prepared and my battery is gonna go down here. So
That's okay.
I'm gonna check in with you. Will you check in
Yeah.
with me on my course? Let's do
Absolutely.
what is today? Like I don't even know what day it is. It's a day. So how about we say in 48 hours since we don't know the actual day?
I think that's fair. I think that's awesome. Yeah, thank you so
Sounds
much for wanting to go
fabulous.
live and chat with me because I do know that there's a lot of noobs coming into the industry and they're just absorbing everything. And,
Yep.
there is another side. Yes, the technical, but girl, you better get your business in order too.
Oh yeah, because as soon as you get all those clients coming, it's just going to be crazy, you know?
Yeah,
Hi,
absolutely.
Elle. Okay, great. Well, thanks so much for having me. I
No
apologize I got cut it
problem.
short,
Thank
but have
you.
a wonderful afternoon. I'm going to start my day and go make my Instagram post and my sales page.
Yeah, girl. Get to
What
it.
are you, what are you making for dinner, by the way?
Dinner?
Yeah, don't you eat?
I hadn't even thought about it yet.
Oh my God, that's the thing about being a mom. Like I have to feed freaking people. Like, and now that they're home, they want to eat like 6 times a day.
Girl, you want to talk about eating when you live alone. Sometimes I will make myself breakfast more than anything, either meal. But then I just sort of snack throughout the entire day. And sometimes those snacks end up being, flavored goldfish.
You know what? Do not put down goldfish, okay? I'm thinking of printing out
I
a
got a
sign.
carton of them. I'm not putting them down.
I think I'm gonna make a sign and I'm gonna put it within my fridge and it's gonna say, "Bitch, turn around and stop eating." That's what I'm gonna put on my fridge. Yeah, I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna make a digital download and I'm gonna kill it because
You don't need to open that fridge for the 23rd time today.
I'm down to stretchy pants. Okay, stretchy pants only.
That's okay, girl. It is okay though.
I love it. I love it. Well,
Yeah.
have a wonderful day and
You
I'll talk to you
too.
again soon.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good
Bye.
one. Bye.